So you are thinking of moving to Zeeland, Michigan. Well, we're gonna take you around Zeeland, Michigan in this video. We're gonna show you around some neighborhoods. We're gonna take you around some different price points from the 200s up to the 700s to see what might fit into your budget. And if you stick around to the end, I'm gonna give you a couple secrets about Zeeland, Michigan that you might not know right now. And we're getting to it right now. As I mentioned, we're in Zeeland, Michigan today, and Zeeland is a place that does hit home for me personally. I lived here for 2 years with my family, and we absolutely loved it. Zeeland is a quaint town. It has a 3-block, 4-block downtown area, which is always very populated. There are some great places to eat at, which I'm going to show you right here. So here's downtown, here's the street. You got some Field of ZEEL banners up on the light posts. You got light posts from down at one end of town all the way to the other end of town, and there's always something going on relative to the time of the year. There's gonna be a harvest fest, there'll be an art show that's out in the parks over there. There is always something to do. I will tell you though, let's keep it real, Zeeland goes to bed pretty early. What does that mean? Closed on Sundays for the most part. At nighttime everything's gonna close down fairly early, but don't worry about that. You got Holland really close to the west, a drive, and pretty much anything within a 10-minute drive of here. So don't let that stop you from enjoying in the quaint small town vibe of Zeeland, Michigan. Right here, just to give you an idea, if you look down, we got this brick road right here that is a part of Elm. It is not something that is replicated in other cities. You can see there's a new taco place right there called Streets is the name of it. It's a taco kitchen, is part of Zeeland now, was getting built while we were leaving. If you look behind me, there's I got a fire pit right there. That is awesome when you're walking around town, and it's fall, it's spring, it's winter. It's always going. It's got a gas fireplace. Hey, all right, so here we are in Zeeland. We're about 4 minutes from downtown. That's a walk north of town, west of 96/State Street, and we are at house number 1. We're 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, just over 1,100 square feet. It's gonna have a Michigan basement, and the price is $235,000. Been renovated, it's been some things done to it, not a complete overhaul, but it has been renovated. So that is right there, the house, $235,000, built in 1920. So in the community, you're gonna find a lot of similar houses, and there are currently, just to give you an idea what the housing inventory in Zeeland looks like, you got 20 active houses. So this is a community and area from the township even into the city. Zeeland does stretch school district wise up to kind of around the Allendale area, so to the north a little bit, but there are 20 plus currently active. This is kind of consistent with the number and the amount of inventory in Zeeland. So if you're looking to find a house in Zeeland, you're going to get houses from the 200s, generally speaking, up into the million, around $1 million and above. With acreage, a larger house, of course, it is possible to find houses in that price range. So stay tuned. We're going to be on to house number 2. All right, welcome to house number 2. We are in the middle of the houses that are in the Zeeland area. We're technically in Zeeland Township. We're about 5 minutes away from downtown Zeeland, 5-minute drive. This community is this is Trailside. It's about 5 years old, and you're gonna find a mixture of homes that were built 5 years ago when they started the community, and then new construction homes that they're still building right now, which is one of the houses that I'm gonna show you here today. What we have here is a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath home right behind me here, just over 2,600 square feet. Granite, landscaping is going to be included on this one, irrigation, and this is going to be typical of what you see in this community. Again, Zeeland School District. Price is I'm going to give you a different angle here in a second, $533,320. So we're in the middle of the 3 houses that we're going to be looking at. This home does also include an appliance package. We're going to take a look at the entrance from off the main road. There's going to be Byron Road, which is the road that way. Here's the secondary road and access. What you're going to be coming in if you don't come in through the main entrance. But this is going to be an example of the middle price range in Zeeland. Zeeland, right? So we're close to Grand Rapids. You know, you're a quick 20 minutes, 25 minutes into Grand Rapids. You're close to Holland. You're about 10 minutes into Holland, which is on the lake shore. A destination for some people looking to vacation, looking to live closer to the lake shore. And then you're close to things to the north, close to things to the south, whether it's Plainwell, Kalamazoo, all within driving distance down 31. And definitely a central location to live in, so which is one of the draws for a lot of people. So on to house number 3. All right, here we go, house number 3 in Zeeland. Thanks for sticking around. Got a treat for you here in Zeeland. We got 759,000. We got 5 bedrooms, 3 baths, 2,900 square feet. And as you see it panning around, it's gonna be right there over my shoulder. 5 bedrooms, 3 baths, 2,900 square feet, about 1,500 square feet on the main. You got about 1,300 in the finished basement. 2 unique things for this house in Zeeland is that it's gonna be on 2 acres, over 2 acres. So that's gonna be 2 parcels, but on 2 acres. And then the other unique thing is that it has, you can see down the driveway to the right of the house, it has an extra 28 by 36 heated outbuilding. So this one's about 4, maybe 5, depending on how fast you drive, but it's about 5 minutes away from downtown Zeeland Drive. We are in between 196, the expressway, and 996, Business 96. So in a little pocket right there, straight up 96, which turns into State Street. You're gonna get into downtown Zeeland, so a quick drive, and be able to take advantage of everything that downtown Zeeland has to offer. We're talking shops, we're talking food, and stuff like that. Even a brewery down there. So what you just saw is what draws people to Zeeland. Thanks for watching. So again, that's house number 3 in Zeeland. Fun fact, I mentioned to you a fun fact, stay tuned kind of thing. Fun fact for Zeeland, they have 2 high schools. We got the Chicks and we got the Ducks. You heard me right, Chicks with an X, Ducks with an X. 2 schools representing the city of Zeeland, east side, west side kind of thing. A couple little tips on Zeeland. Awesome parking behind town. So if you need to park, go behind town. There's a big parking lot. Park there, walk to the front. It's not a quick walk at all. Another one of my tips of Zeeland is right behind me. There is a splash pad. A splash pad in Zeeland. What? Yep, you heard me right. The county city building is right next to it, behind it, but you got a splash pad right here. What does that mean? You live in the city. Even if you don't live in the city, it is a free splash pad. I was here yesterday. There were tons of kids here making noise, enjoying all that the splash pad has to offer. Today, temperatures took a little bit of a dip. We got rain going right now, so obviously you don't see it being used. And it's even tucked away if you kind of notice. You got Main Street right there on the other side of the phone. You got Cherry, which is right behind it. You got the City Hall building right there, but it's tucked in. It's on the brick road. Elm Street right here, and it is an awesome place. Also throughout the months of the year, there's parades that come through here, which are always big draws. You just stand on the road and they come through. You've got tractors that come through with those parades. You've got emergency vehicles, so it's a really fun time if you like stuff like that. There's also other events that shut down Main Street. There's bubbles down there that take up the whole half the sidewalk. Stuff for the fall festivals. So there's a lot of stuff like that. Sure, there's stuff like that in other towns, but when it's your town, when you live in Zeeland, it always makes it special. You live close, it's always cool too to be able to have a town close to you where you can do stuff like that. So thanks for staying around to the end. That wraps up our time here in Zeeland. We saw 3 houses starting in the 2s, 1 in the 5s, 1 in the 7s, giving you an example of what you can find in your budget on the west side of Michigan, again in Zeeland, Michigan. If you want to see more things like this, like I said in the beginning, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Don't miss out. Be first to know what it's like living on the west side of Michigan and west side of Michigan living. Till we see each other again, don't be a stranger. Always friends. You see me out in the street, say hi. Give me a high five, give me a fist bump, and we'll talk to you later. Thanks, bye.